Hey everyone, welcome to the last and final week of UT Mental Season 4. To wrap it all up on a more positive note, this week we're talking about resilience. Resilience for me can be summed up into the ability to get back up. So this week, I thought I would share with you guys some techniques that I have for staying resilient. So the first technique is to pay attention to the good in your life. So it's really easy to latch onto the negative and really ruminate and fixate yourself onto negative things going on in your life. But it's really hard to actually go out and search for the good people, places, and things that have happened in your life or are in your life that keep you going. And so it's very obvious that there are going to be ups and downs in everyone's life, but it's these ups that make life worth living. So, what I ask of you is to take a moment right now and think about all the good stuff you have in your life and the people, places, events, moments that you've had that just bring you so much joy. As Dumbledore said, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if only one remembers to turn on the light. Thank you, Dumbledore. So the next technique is actually something my doctor talked to me about. So whenever I went to talk to him about my mental health, I always mentioned how my mental health was having a really big impact on my academic performance. So I told him that I find it really hard to concentrate, to focus, to try to study, to do an assignment, and I would always procrastinate. And what he told me was, you know what, Grinder, go home and write down some long-term and short-term goals that you might have and actually write them on paper, and this physical paper should be accessible. And so now, whenever you are feeling down or aren't able to study, take a look at these short-term and long-term goals and frame your situation so it's like a battle. So these goals are what you are fighting for. These are the goals that you put in effort for, that terrible feeling you feel, the anxiety, the stress, everything that you feel that is bad, that makes you not want to do work and keeps you away from it. These are the reasons you do it. So look to these reasons and fight for these reasons. And so it was really hard to implement this at first. I found it really strange. It was just like, oh yeah, like my life's a battle. But honestly, when you start doing it and you start seeing small progress towards your goals, it feels amazing. And it really ignites the fire inside of you to want to fight more and to battle hard. So the next technique is to recognize rational and irrational thoughts. So what I started to do was I started to really listen to what my mind was saying. And I mean, it talks a lot, to be honest. And it tells me so many things about what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. And a lot of times we really don't pay attention to what we're thinking. So I started to actually pay attention and recognize when I'm thinking irrationally and when I'm thinking rationally. So for example, a lot of times when we fail a test, it is literally the end of the world. I'm not going to get into grad school. I'm not going to do this and that. But it's not true. When you think about that situation, that bad situation, you have all these irrational thoughts about you're going to fail, you're not going to get in. But if you think about it rationally, you just did a midterm. Maybe it's worth a lot of your grade. That's fine. There's still a lot of other assignments and a lot of other midterms that could be in that class. And so taking that situation and thinking about, oh yeah, like I got the midterm. I got to realize how this professor tests us. And so from that, I can learn and go ahead and study harder for the next midterm, and I'll have more of an idea of where this professor focuses on and what I should study for. So the last and final one is the ability to be able to admit that you need help. So everyone thinks that, oh yeah, I need to go get help. I'm weak. I can't do it myself. But honestly, it takes so much courage and so much strength to go and speak to someone about how you're feeling internally and how your mental health is. That's actually a really, really difficult task. And these individuals that actually go seek the help that they need, they are becoming more resilient. This is building resilience for them. That is it from me for UT Mental Season 4. What I leave everyone with is to savor the good in your life, to learn from the bad experiences, and to keep on fighting. We all deserve a fighting chance. So please keep paving the way, UTM. It's finally done. UT Mental Season 4 is finito for Gurinder. I am signing out. You'll see me on campus, so say hello if you'd like to. But please check out the other vloggers. There's resources listed at the bottom. There's the HCC, and there's also Good to Talk.